Hello! Welcome to episode 2 of FOF Talk. Krissa is currently in Hong Kong, so you've got just me today. But that should be okay. Krissa will most likely be doing FOF Talk next week, so she might even be doing it upside down. I can't guarantee that, don't blame me if she's not. Anyway, topic of today's video is why did we start FOF Travel? And, well, let me start with, on the homepage, the first line in our tagline says, FOF Travel is a way of life. And if you watched our previous video, you would realize that me and Krissa have very complicated backgrounds in terms of the way we were raised and what culture we come from. And the culture we identify with is known as the third culture. And we are third culture kids, or TCKs, or, TCKs. So, what does that mean? If you haven't heard the term before, it was a term that was actually coined in the 50s, and what it means is that we were raised in a culture that is different from our parents' culture, and we therefore either a culture or one of many cultures that is different from our parents' culture. And we've combined those cultures into what is known as the third culture. So if you saw our previous video, you would realize that me and Krissa are very much third culture kids. And everyone we grew up around were third culture kids too, because we met in high school in Hong Kong, which was an international school. So everyone was literally from all over the world. And when we graduated high school, our friends went all over the world to different unis. And the best part is, they all went and made different friendship groups, but we retained our friendships. And now, whenever we travel, we just reach out to this network, and someone knows someone who has been to the place we're going to, lives in the place we're going to, or knows anything about the place we're going to. And we end up getting really safe, really trusted advice, because it's coming from people we know, or it's coming from people we trust implicitly because they are friends with people we know. So that way of traveling is one of the best benefits of being a third culture kid, and it's why FOF Travel is a way of life. It's because it's the third culture kid way of life, really. Why we created FOF Travel is because we wanted a way of sharing this traveling way of life with everyone. You don't need to be a third culture kid to use FOF Travel. In fact, that's the point. You only need to know one third culture kid in order to travel like a third culture kid. Imagine I have a network of 44 contacts, say. One of my friends in Australia who is from the countryside, she adds me. She's suddenly got access to 44 people all over the world that can help her travel for free, or, give her advice, or, make travel easier. Suddenly, she's traveling like a third culture kid. Suddenly, she's traveling safer and smarter. And that's why we created this, so that everyone can travel like a third culture kid. If you have any questions for us at all, about anything we've talked about in these videos, about anything to do with FOF Travel, or about anything to do with travel in general, just ask us on Twitter or on Google+, and hashtag FOFTalk, and we will answer it every Friday. Cheers, and I won't see you next week, I will see you the week after. Bye.